Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're actually looking at like a 2002 Duramax with the LB7 in it. Our belt keeps coming off, and I'm gonna show you what's wrong with this one, and what we have to fix on it. So let's check this out. So on this truck right now I have a bolt in it and a pulley. The pulley keeps backing off on the power steering pump. The reason it would do that is because the pulley's worn out or the shaft on the power steering pump's worn out. We have a new power steering pump and a new pulley to put on this truck to fix this concern. The truck's already had a new belt put on it, but we're gonna start tearing this thing apart and show you how to do it. Alright, so we got us a new power steering pump here. And right here we got the new pulley to go on the power steering pump. They're press on, so you'll need the tool. I'll show you that here in a second, and I'll show you how to get to the power steering pump on this truck. Alright, so here we have the puller for the power steering pump pulley, and this is the installer for the power steering pump pulley. We'll have to get that pulley pulled off that old pump so we can get all that, so we can get the pump changed out, and then we'll be installing this pulley back on it. So yeah, we'll get to that. So here you'll need a 10 millimeter. Take your 4 bolts out across the top. There's 4 of them. One there, one here, one here, and one there. So you'll get those pulled out. And then you'll have your little pops. There's this little retainer right here, right there. That one's missing in this truck, I guess. I'll get a new one for it. And then there's 2 more right over here, one there and one there, that you got to get out. And to do that, just get one of these screwdrivers. And you just put it inside, pop it up, then pull it out, just like that. That's it right there. And we'll get those out real quick, and we'll go on to the next. All right, I got all 4 of the retainers out. So we'll take our fan shroud out, top of the fan shroud, and then you can access your pulley now. So get all that pulled off. You just set this over your side, and then next we'll be taking off the belt. Well, first I gotta take this out. Most of them don't have that nut on there. That was to get the truck out of the shop. So we'll get that. So on our puller, it just slides over those little grooves in there. See the grooves? It slides right in there, and then you just screw in your screw, and it puts pressure on the shaft, and it pulls it right off. So we'll show you how to do that here in a second. I'm gonna get this belt pulled off. When doing the belt, you got a 1/2 inch wrench, and you just pull the tensioner back. It's gonna be tight, but you pull your tensioner back, and then you'll slip your belt off. I don't know if y'all can see that, but flip it over just like that. It's off. Alright, so we're gonna start pulling this pulley off. You'll need a 13 for this tool. This is a snap-on tool. For this tool, you'll need a 13 millimeter on the end, and then a 1-inch wrench to hold the fixture. So when you're turning it, I don't have a 1-inch wrench, so I'm using an adjustable. So, see if I can get that where y'all can watch. So we got our pulley off. So next we'll start taking our bolts out for our pump, and we'll get back with you and I'll get that on video. So here we got these front bolts here, which are 15 millimeters. All of them. You got these 4, and those 4 go in the pump, but then you'll have to pick these 3 loose for the bracket so you can pull the pump out. You got 2 on the back side that are also 15. There's one there, and then there's one which you probably won't be able to see, but you got the top one, which is that one I showed you, and then there's one on the bottom that you got to get out, and then you'll have to pull your line out of the back of the pump, and you got this line and this line also. Alright, so next we're going to be using this tool again, and we'll be pulling the inner fender out. Get it out of the way so we can get to the back side of that pump. And I'm gonna pop all these deals out. It's the same as before what we did at the front, so I'm gonna pop them out real quick and I'll get back with y'all. Tech tip: if you're having trouble with these, you can spray some type of a penetrant oil on it, lubricant, like WD-40 or whatever you have that's equivalent. You can use it and they pop out pretty easy then. If you're having trouble prying them back and getting them out. So, like, helps it out a little bit easier to pop them out. So, alright, pull it out. You can get to the back of the pump now. You got a bolt right there and a bolt right there, so helps out a little bit. Alright, so I got this bracket off. There are actually 2 extra bolts that I missed. There's a bolt right here, right inside this bracket that goes into the casting of this bracket. And then there's another one right below it on the back side, which is right here. They're both also 15s. It goes right there. See the hole right there. So that one, and there's the top one right there. So yeah, you gotta get those two out. Alright, so I had to get that bracket off down there, which is a 15 holding it in, which is this bracket right here. It's bolted to the pump, and there's this bracket here also. So you guys, and then I'll just have to take the lines off the pump and I can pull it out. Alright, so there's the line right there. It takes a 16 millimeter wrench to remove it. I feel like this video is going to be upside down. Try to get it where I can see. Let's pull her back. Get it loose. Alright, so I got the line off. We gotta get this hose off and this clamp here on this hose off too. So you just take your pliers, a little harder one-handed, but just take your pliers and you squeeze them together and you just pull them back. And you'll pull them back. Let me get. Back on the old pump for the core return. Make sure you ain't got no more fluid left in it. Then put it all back on. Plug back on this one. Pull it out. Get it swapped over. And put back in this pump over here. And we'll get this one boxed back up in the box so we can return the core, and then and then we can get that put back on. So hold on. Here in our new pump here, you always want to make sure you got the right pump first off, and then you want to transfer everything over. So we got to transfer over our bracket here. There's one more bolt we couldn't get to with it on the truck, so you take it off, put it on, and then you can put both your nuts back on it. That one. That one. But yeah, the two bolts that we had to take out that were on the back side, they go through these holes right here. So we'll get all this swapped over and we'll get it put back in. You know what it is. But anyhow, back to what we were doing. We got our pump all assembled, ready to go back in. We're actually gonna see if we got a hose in stock, because we do have a power steering line leaking. So we're gonna figure out if we got one of them in stock. If not, we need to get one ordered, because don't want the new pump going out, which, I mean, the other pump ain't out. It's the shaft was messed up on it, but we don't want the new pump going out because it ran low on fluid. So I'm gonna check on that hose and I'll get back with y'all. So we did have the new power steering hose. So we'll take this one off. This is a 18 millimeter wrench. We'll take our top of our line off since the bottom's already loose. Pull this line out. You can see our line is a little fucked. So get that out of here. There's the old hose. There's the new hose. A little bit cleaner. Get that thing put on here. Alright, I got all my hoses put on. I got this hose, got my top hose up here on, and I got my back hose on here. This one. So now I got both bolts put in to go in that bracket. There's that one, and then there's the bottom one. I got both those bolts put in. Now I got to put our front little bracket on, and then I can put our pulley on. So got the bracket on. All I do is tighten up bolts, power steering pump. Goes right here, get it started. Then our bracket still have it down here. It's this bracket that'll go right there, and then there's a pop little deal that goes inside here that holds the line, and it takes this bolt here. So we'll get that put on. So everything's tightened up. Got all my brackets on. Now we gotta get our new pulley installed. So go put your pulley on the end. Get it up there. And go get your installer. This one. It'll go in the middle here. We'll tighten it in. You get your wrench, ratchet, whatever. I'll put a ratchet on there because I can use. All I do is hold my ratchet. Hold my ratchet, and just turn the wrench, and then your ratchet does this ratcheting thing, and it tightens the pulley on. We got the pulley on, and on the shaft you want it pretty flush. You want it flush with the front of the pulley right here, so get it flush. And after that we just slap the belt on it and put our inner fender back in and bolt our stuff back on, and we're pretty much done with this job. I'm gonna put it back together and we'll start it up. Alright, got the belt on. Start it up, make sure it all looks good. Anyhow, got the fluid stopped off. Everything's good to go. So that wraps it up for this video. Like, subscribe. Hope there was some good information in there to help you out changing your power steering pump on your Duramax, and we'll see you next time.